Hey, it's Mike. Let's talk about Reaper. In today's episode, I'd like to show you how to use pink noise as a reference for getting quick, static rough mixes. While I don't recommend using pink noise as the end-all be-all for your mixing, it's definitely a great way to get to a quick starting point. If you're not familiar with pink noise, it's similar to white noise in that it's a static type of sound, but white noise has a consistent energy across the entire frequency spectrum. Pink noise, on the other hand, has about a 3 decibel reduction per octave. This gives a perception of a similar level of energy across the spectrum, and is a lot more conducive to the way that we hear sound as opposed to white noise. Let's take a look. The project I've got open is a song called It Was My Fault for Waiting by a band called Atlantis Bound. These tracks were acquired from Cambridge Music Technology. I'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to grab the same tracks and follow along. Now, for the sake of time, I've already done a little bit of prep work here. The project files contain some DI tracks for guitars that I'm not using, so I've got those muted and hidden from the track control panel and the mix control panel using the track manager. If you're not familiar with the track manager, click the link above to learn more. I'll tuck this over to the side for now to give us some more room. I've also organized my tracks into folders, and I've done some panning just to save us some time on the video. Electric Guitar 1 mics 1 and 2 are panned 100% left and 90% left respectively. Electric Guitar 2 mics 1 and 2 are panned 100% and 90% right. Electric Guitar 3 mics 1 and 2 are both panned 50% left. Electric Guitar 4 mics 1 and 2 are both panned 50% right. On the drums we've got a kick and a kick sub. Those are both centered. I've got a snare top and bottom, both centered as well. The toms are panned to the right. I'd previously listened to the track and it has stereo overheads. In that stereo image of the overheads, the tom is to the right, so again, I've panned my tom accordingly. We've also got a mono room mic and a stereo room mic and a single bass, which is centered. To get started, I'll add a pink noise generator that's included with Reaper on my master track. Now, fair warning, there will be a bit of obnoxious sound when I first start this. I'll turn it down a bit in post to prevent hearing damage. On the master track, click either the effects button or choose one of the effects slots if you have that visible. Filter for the word pink, and we'll see JS Pink Noise Generator. Fair warning again, here comes the noise. What you've just heard is the sound of pink noise. The default setting for this program is mono mode with the pink noise at -6 dB and the dry at -6 as well. I prefer to have the dry slider at unity because I want to hear each track at its actual level and not reduced. If you'd like to do the same, set your dry slider to 0 and click the plus sign and save a new preset. Give it the name that you'd like, and you can save it as the default as well so that each time that you open the pink noise generator, it's at your desired setting. The process for using the pink noise generator is to set your noise level at the desired value and then exclusive solo each track, and using your ears and not your eyes, adjust the fader until you can barely hear the track above the pink noise. For this particular track, I think I'd like to use a value of -10. With this many tracks, I want to make sure that I've got enough headroom to be able to mix without clipping. If you right-click a track, you'll see that you have an option for exclusive solo. The default for this is Control-Alt and clicking the solo button. I'll be doing that for each track one at a time while listening and adjusting until I can hear them just above the pink noise. I've got a portion of the song already selected in my time selection, so I'll put this on repeat to prevent me from having to start and stop the transport frequently. Now that I've got everything ready to go, I'll start the pink noise generator, solo my kick track, and get started. The reason I keep stopping and going back on this one is that tom is only appearing once in this entire track, so my repeat over the time selection is a moot point for this track. I've got everything set to where I could hear it just a little above the pink noise generator. Now, one thing that I want to mention that I failed to clarify before is I've got my tracks panned, so this is a stereo mix, but switching the pink noise generator mode to mono condenses everything to mono to where you don't have to worry about panning and that causing an effect on the volume, or perceived volume, I should say. Now that we've got everything set, let's take a listen. Now, is that perfect? Not hardly, but it's definitely a great starting point. You may find that certain elements will still need to be balanced a little bit. In that case, it sounded like the leads were a little bit too hot and the kick could stand to come up a bit. But at any rate, we were able to get a good sounding static rough mix in just a matter of minutes. With a little bit of EQ and compression work, we'll have the song sounding great in no time. As you just saw and heard, using pink noise is definitely a fast track to getting started. I hope this helps. If you like the content you're seeing, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And you can support the channel further by clicking the Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon link below. I don't have any coffee at my desk today. I like candles. Sing at Unity, or Belle. Belle, can you lay down? The dog is making all kinds of noise today. Good girl. Lay down.